Good afternoon. So today we have discussed about the testing of the IC engine. Okay, we discussed about the testing of the IC engine. So we have discussed. I have told you about some testing methods like Morse key test, Morse key test. Second is motoring test, motoring test. And third is Williams line method. Williams line test. Okay, so these are some important tests for IC engine. Okay, so we have also discussed about Morse key test yesterday in the previous class. We have discussed about Morse key test and we have discussed some formula for Morse key test. Okay, so in the Morse key test, we have discussed the formula that for a multi-cylinder engine, if there are 4 cylinders are there, then we can write the equation that total integrated power 4I can be written as 4B plus 4F. Okay, 4I is total integrated power by all 4 cylinders. Okay, is equal to 4B plus frictional power. Okay, so in this stage, in the Morse key test, what we do, we close the sparking of every cylinder one by one. Okay, and after that we will get power only from by the 3 cylinders. Okay, and then we take the average of all the tests. Okay, then we get the average power from the 3 cylinder. Okay, on the basis of this we made a equation for 3 cylinder. So if you convert this equation into 3 cylinder equation, then it will become like 3I. Okay, 3I is indicate power by 3 cylinders. Okay, equal to 3B plus 4F. Okay, 3B is indicate power by 3 cylinders, brake power by 3 cylinders, but here we do not add 3F. Instead of 3F, we add 4F. Okay, because friction is always available in every cylinder. Okay, we are not getting from power from that individual cylinder, but friction is there. Okay, so we have to add frictional power for all the cylinders. So we have to write here for 4F. Okay, and when we subtract, we get the equation like this: minus 4F cancel. So we get here 4I minus 3I equal to 4B minus 3B. Okay. So this is the indicate power for one cylinder. Similarly, for 4 cylinder we can write here. So total indicated power, total IP we can write here is equal to 4I. 4I means 4 into, what is the value of I? 4 minus 3B. 4 into 4B minus 3B. This is the equation. This way we can find the total indicated power for the cylinders. Okay. Now, another thing, this 3B, how we calculate the value of brake power, average brake power of 3 cylinders? For that we have conducted four tests. In every test, we close the sparking of each cylinder. So we get the 4 results. Okay. So in first test we get the power 3B1, second 3B2, third 3B3, and fourth 3B4. Okay. So these are the brake powers by 3 cylinders in every test. Okay. Now we have to find the average of all these tests. Then we get the average brake power by 3 cylinders. Okay. So what we do? 3B equal to 3B1 plus 3B2 plus 3B3 plus 3B4 by 4. So in this way we can get the average power by cylinder. Okay. Now we have to remember this formula and we have to solve a question on this formula. We will solve a numerical question on this formula. Now, listen to the question carefully. What is the question? Listen carefully. The question is a four-cylinder petrol engine. Four-cylinder petrol engine. A four-cylinder petrol engine having its stroke. So here again in this question, it is saying that a four-cylinder petrol engine means number of cylinders are four. Small k is equal to 4. Okay. Having its stroke is equal to 1.5 cylinder diameter. Stroke means stroke length. It is given stroke length equal to 1.5 d. This stroke length is 1.5 times of cylinder diameter. Okay, 1.25. Sorry, 1.25 of cylinder diameter. Has the following power measurement. Okay, has the following power measurement. So what measurement is given in the question that all cylinder firing, if all cylinders are working, we are getting power from all cylinder. Then in case all cylinder firing, then we get the power. Here power is given, power in kilowatt. So we get the power when all cylinder firing is 12.5 kilowatt. Okay. Cylinder 1 cut off. When you cut off the power from cylinder 1, cylinder 1 cut off. Okay. So we get the power cylinder 1 cut off. So we get the power 9.0. Okay. Cylinder 2 cut off. Similarly, cylinder 2 cut off. Then we get the power equal to 9.5 kilowatt. All powers are in kilowatt. It is written here. Cylinder 3 cut off. So this is the test result. Actually, this is the test result. We are closing the sparking of every cylinder one by one, and we are getting the power from the remaining three cylinders. Okay. So when cylinder 3 cut off, then we get the power equal to 8.8. This is given the question. When cylinder 4 cut off, then we get a power equal to 9.2 kilowatt. Okay. This reading is given in the question. Find L and D. Means find the stroke length and cylinder diameter. The stroke length is asked in the question and cylinder diameter is asked in the question. Calorific value is given. Calorific value is equal to CV is equal to 42,000 kilojoule per kg. 42,000 kilojoule per kg. Okay. Eta air standard equal to, this is the question, eta air standard efficiency equal to 2 times of eta indicated thermal efficiency. Eta indicated thermal efficiency. It is given that eta indicated thermal efficiency. And clearance volume is also given here. BC is equal to 75 centimeter cube. 75 centimeter cube. Okay. And mass flow rate of fuel is m dot f. M dot f is equal to 0.07 kilogram per minute. 0.07 kilogram per minute. So this much data is given in the question. Okay. Now on the basis of this data, we have to solve the question. So we have to find here stroke length L and cylinder diameter D. Okay. So if we find the value of Vs, stroke volume Vs, so we know the formula Vs is equal to pi by 4 V square L. Okay. So if we calculate the value of Vs, then we can easily find the value of DL and L. But how we calculate the value of Vs? So to calculate the value of Vs, we have to use the formula of compression ratio R. We have to use the formula of compression R is equal to 1 plus Vs by Vc. Now in this equation Vc is given. Vc is given the question. If we find the value of R, then we can convert the value of Vs. Now how we find the value of R? So in this question it is given that eta air standard is equal to 2 times eta IT. So if we find the value of eta air standard, so we know the value of eta air standard is equal to, efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 by R to power gamma minus 1. Okay. So if we find the efficiency air standard efficiency, then we can calculate the value of compression ratio. Now to calculate the air standard efficiency, this equation is given. Eta air standard efficiency is equal to 2 times of eta indicated thermal efficiency. So our main purpose is to calculate the indicated thermal efficiency. Okay. For that, we need to calculate the indicated power. First, we need to calculate the indicated power of the engine. Okay. To calculate the indicated power, here this data is given. This much data, just data is given. With the help of this data, we can calculate the indicated power of the engine. Okay. Now, from this data, we can say that in the first data, when all cylinders are firing, the power is 12.5. This is basically 4i. Okay. Now this is basically 4b. Okay. This is the value of 4b. Okay. This is the value of 4b because all cylinders are firing. Okay. Now when first cylinder is cut off, then this is the value of 3b1. When second cylinder cut off, this is the value of 3b2. For third, this is the value of 3b3, and for fourth cylinder, this is the value of 3b4. Okay. Now we know the equation. First, we have to calculate the average power, average brake power for fixed cylinders. So here 3b1, 3b2, 3b3 is given. So we have to take average. So 3b is equal to 3b1 plus 3b2 plus 3b3 plus 3b4 by 4. Put all values here. So 3b is equal to 3b is equal to 9, 9.5, 8.8, 9.2. It is 9 plus 9.5 plus 8.8 plus 9.2. Divide by 4. So here we get the value of 3b is equal to, it will come equal to 9.125 kilowatt. 9.125 kilowatt. Okay. Now we know the formula that we have discussed the formula that 4i is equal to 4b plus 4f and 3i is equal to 3b plus 4f. Okay. So subtract this equation, we get minus minus minus. So here we get 4i minus 3i is equal to I is equal to 4b minus 3b. Okay. This will cancel. And the value of 4b is, in the question value of 4b is given 12.5. So put here 12.5 minus value of 3b. We have just converted value of 3b is equal to 9.12. 9.12. So we get the value of I is equal to, it will come equal to it will come equal to 3.375. It will come equal to 3.375 kilowatt. Okay. But this is the indicated power by one cylinder only. We have to calculate the indicated power for 4 cylinder. So we have to multiply them by 4. So total indicated power, total IP is equal to 4 into I. Okay. 4 into I means 4 into 3.375. So we get the value of IP, indicated power here. IP is equal to, it will come equal to 13.5 kilowatt. It will come equal to 13.5 kilowatt. Okay. This is the value of IP. Okay. Now we have the value of IP. So we can easily calculate the value of eta Eta integrated thermal efficiency. Eta integrated thermal efficiency is equal to IP by heat addition. So IP we have completed. Now we just need to calculate heat addition. Okay. So instead of IP, I am writing of data instead of IP. Okay. Okay. So here now we need heat addition. So we know that heat addition is equal to calorific value into m dot f. Okay, calorific value is given the question. What is the value of calorific value? 42,000. Okay, right here. 42,000 into what is the value of m dot f? M dot f is 0.07 kilogram per minute. Okay, 0.07 kilogram. It is in per minute, but we have to convert this in per second. So divide here by 60. Okay, so we get the value here is equal to 49 kilowatt. It will come equal to 49 kilowatt. Now we can calculate the value of eta indicated thermal efficiency is equal to IP by heat addition. Put the value IP is equal to 13.5 divided by heat addition is 49. So it will come equal to eta IP will come equal to 0.2755. Okay, 0.2755. Or in percentage, hello, hello. Okay, so it will come to 0.275, right? If you multiply here by 100, then we get in percentage. So eta IT equal to 27.55%. Okay. Now it is given the question that eta air standard is equal to 2 times of eta IT, means eta air standard, we can calculate the value of eta air standard is equal to 2 into value of eta IT. It should be in fraction. We have to put the value in fraction, not in percentage. So in fraction 0.2755. 0.2755. So we get the value of eta air standard is equal to, it will come equal to, then you calculate it will come equal to 0.55. 0.55. This value we need. We need this value to calculate the value of compression ratio. Okay. So now I am getting all the values except this value. Okay. Now here we know that eta air standard efficiency equal to 1 minus 1 by r to power gamma minus 1. Okay. The value of given here 0.55 is equal to 1 minus 1 by r to power gamma minus 1. Okay. So we can calculate value of r here. It will come equal to 1 by r to power gamma minus 1 is equal to 1 minus 0.55 or 1 by r equal to 1 minus 0.55. Transfer the power here, it will become 1 by and put the value of gamma 1.4 minus 1 or r is equal to 1 by 1 minus 0.55 to the power 1 by 1.4 minus 1 is equal to 0.4. So when you solve this value, you get the value of r is equal to, it will come equal to, r will come equal to 7.4. Okay. So we got the value of r here, r is equal to 7.4. Okay. Now as we got the value of r, we can easily calculate the value of Vs. Okay, that is stroke volume. Now I am calculating this value. So the value of Vs, we know that R is equal to 1 plus Vs by Vc. R is equal to 7.4 equal to 1 plus, we have to put the value of Vs, and Vc is given the question, Vc is equal to 75 centimeter cube. 75 centimeter cube. Do not convert this value. Do not convert this centimeter cube in meter cube or, okay, keep this same. If we put this value Vc in centimeter cube, then we get the value of Vs also in centimeter cube, and we get the value of L and D, stroke length and diameter in centimeter. Okay, so we need not to convert this value in another form. Okay, keep this in centimeter cube. Okay, so here, if we solve this value, we get the value of Vs. So Vs by 75 equal to 7.4 minus 1, or Vs is equal to 75 into 6.4. So we get the value of Vs is equal to, it will come equal to 480 centimeter cube. 480 centimeter cube. Okay. Now we have the value of Vs. So we can get out the value of stroke length and diameter very easy. Now there is one of Vs is equal to pi by 4 d square L, and it is given the question that L is equal to 1.25 d. It is given that L is equal to 1, so put here. So what the value of Vs? 480 is equal to pi by 4 into d square into 1.25 d. Okay, so it will come as 480 is equal to pi by 4 into 1.25 d cube. When you solve this value, you will get the value of d is equal to, it will come equal to, d will come equal to 7.9 centimeter. It will come equal to 7.9 centimeter. So first value we got, the value of cylinder diameter is equal to 7.9 centimeter. Okay. Now with the help of this value, we can get the value of L. So L equal to 1.25 into 7.9. So we get the value of L equal to, it will come equal to 9.85 centimeter. 9.85 centimeter. So we got the value of L. Okay. So in this way, we can solve the entire question based on Morse-key test. Okay. We need to just clear with the concepts. Okay. Apply the formula and we got the answer. Okay. So this type of question can come on the basis of the test of the ICB. Okay. Now we will discuss some other tests which I have told you, like motoring test, million line test. First, we will discuss motoring test. What is motoring test? So, as the name is given here, motoring test, so we use a motor. In this test, we use a motor. Okay, with dynamometer is there, but with the diameter we also use a motor. Okay, so again let us assume we are testing this for 4-cylinder engine. Okay, so there are 4 cylinders. There are 4 cylinders. Okay, this is the piston of the 4 cylinder. This is the connecting rod and crankshaft. The connecting rod, and here this is the crankshaft. Okay. Now at the end of crankshaft we attach a dynamometer. Now this is the electrical swinging type of dynamometer. Okay, this is the electrical swing time dynamometer. Okay, this is the electrical dynamometer. What is electrical dynamometer? It will convert the mechanical energy. What happens here? This dynamometer converts this, measures the mechanical energy available here on the crankshaft, that is brake power. It will measure the mechanical energy, but also it will convert this mechanical energy into electrical energy. Okay. Then a circuit, and in this circuit, it will convert this mechanical energy into electrical energy. Okay. Now this dynamometer, this shaft is also coupled. This shaft is also coupled with a motor. There is a motor. This is a motor. Okay. Now, when we getting the power from all the cylinders, okay, and this power is stored here in the form of electric energy. Okay.